Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, including how things looked at the end of the poll that attracted millions of votes, all the way from 64 rappers at the beginning. And based on how things went towards the end, it's got fans on Twitter thinking in relation to Eminem, maybe Instagram isn't so bad after all. And we'll get to more on this later, as the salt was Dead Sea quality on Twitter when many discovered that Eminem had the advantage over Drake in the finals. And we also have more from Nick Cannon, who recently joked about his beef with Eminem briefly in his Top 5 series. And before we get started, if content like this is up your street, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So Nick Cannon recently dropped his Top 5 diss tracks of all time. That included Hit 'Em Up at number 1, Back to Back Drake at number 2, The Takeover, Jay-Z at number 3, No Vaseline at 4, and Dre Day at 5. And it was before this he dropped the joke.
Alright, we're gonna start this thing off right. The number 5 diss track, me versus Eminem. No, I'm joking. Even though it was hip-hop culture going on.
And certainly, based on most reactions, many don't agree with his list with takes like this. You can't leave off Ether and put Back to Back on here, which isn't even a top 20 diss track, lol, but I know Nick did this intentionally. But the joke about the Eminem diss also resulted in takes like this. I love how Nick's able to make jokes about the Eminem beef and laugh at himself, but yet again Nick's made a whole career out of laughing at himself with Wildin' Out. And Nick's alleged burner account was also in the comments doing some work. I hope nobody brings Eminem name here, he is not top 5, plus Nick Cannon is gonna write Suge Knight book. Wow, amazing. And I spotted another one. This should be the official list for the entire culture. Thanks for living off Ether. I'm still searching to find the bar in that song that was more scathing than anything said in the takeover. Save your comments on the list for later. And moving on to the next point, the rap poll that pitted Eminem versus Drake in the final has now ended, and just minutes before it ended, Eminem was still ahead of Drake, so now we await official results. But before this, the official rap account that organized this shared the news on Twitter, and the fact that Eminem was in the final and edging out Drake certainly brought out the salt on the platform. And under the post, Eminem is currently beating Drake by 4%, flushed face emoji, who's gonna win? Many in quote hip-hop fans on Twitter have started damage control, since the narrative on Twitter is that Eminem is washed up, hence reactions like this. It ain't the 2000s anymore, bruh. Eminem is so freaking corny. And another expanded, laughing my bum off, Instagram white boys writing Eminem, how the frick Travis lose to Eminem too? Eminem is dog crap right now. Funny how the revival narrative from late 2017 is still going strong in 2021, since Eminem detractors are too lazy to even update their hate narrative, it seems. And before I get to more on this, here's a great example of how it was cool to hate on Eminem after revival, when a user pulled up receipts of hip-hop Twitter in a nutshell that showed a user stating, M completely stopped being a GOAT when he dropped Revival, one of the worst rap projects of all time. And roughly a year later, the same user in a tweet stated, I've never listened to Revival by Eminem. Now back to the initial reaction a user responded with, I'm black and I voted M since the first round. I don't understand, if you like Drake or whatever, vote for him and shut the hell up. And another user expanded, the irony is that Travis Scott's fan base is literally filled with white boys, and on Travis's fan base another user expand, Travis is literally a god to white boys now, lol, what are you even talking about? And M has fans from 8 years to 50-year-olds, I mean come on, lol. Perhaps this is linked to Fortnite, feel free to expand on this in the comment section later. On Twitter, Eminem winning anything means there's something off, hence more reactions like this. The rap nerds who only listen to M join a Logic and NF came out in full force on this one. And wait for it, we got the classic, this is racist, which got this response, ain't Eminem the best-selling artist in Africa? Well, for international artists outside Africa, that is correct, like we reported in 2020 for instance. And funny enough, a user asked, it would be interesting to see who would win on Twitter. A user took this up for research purposes right under, and surprisingly, with nearly 4,000 votes, Eminem pulled it off with a super tight margin. And in 2021, the tired old narrative that no one listens to Eminem is still eluded, and many are shocked like this. Where the F all these Eminem fans be at, laughing my bum off. But the educators also came out to update the firmware of these detractors who still run on the 2017 version. While Drake is big right now, y'all gotta remember, Eminem is huge in the world. Like, he is literally the gateway to rap for many people in the world, plus he has a really inspiring story of rags to riches backing him, which people all over the world like. On this, another user expanded. M GOAT, Drake GOAT, but M is better lyrically obviously. They both have hits, but M is a worldwide phenom, can't stop that. Google Rap and first artist to pull up will be M, and I just did, and Google results start with Eminem, Jay-Z, Drake and Kanye West. For video suggestions, Rap God pops up first, had to do that for research purposes, and now we may have drama in the future when El Jamar and others of that ilk find out about these results. And apparently this poll is conducted by Rap once a year, and if you voted for Eminem, I guess this next one is for you. To those who don't know, this is an annual poll, meaning folks actually think Eminem is the best rap artist of the past year, facepalming emoji. Hence why I said earlier, these detractors are running on the late 2017 firmware when it was cool to trash Revival, since Music to be Murdered by Side A and B opened to generally positive reviews from fans. But over to you guys, comment below and see you on the next one.